nothing lasts forever, not even solar systems. Ours may seem stable now, but actually, it's very slowly coming apart.
If the solar system was chaotic in the past, that doesn't mean it's all settled down now. There is still a possibility of a little bit of chaos in the future.
In the future, the gravitational pull of the planets on each other will gradually disrupt their orbits.
Perhaps over the billions of years, the planets will jostle each other in this gravitational way, so that eventually two of the planets will come close to each other. When that happens, and it will, those two planets will engage in a sort of do-si-do, flinging one or the other of them, maybe both, into wild orbits, perhaps ejecting one or both of them from the solar system.
Mars could be thrown out of the solar system, and Mercury might crash into the Earth.
The entire house of cards that is our solar system would completely fall apart.
Solar systems begin and end with a lot of collisions and destruction. But don't panic yet.
This is going to take billions of years, but over the lifetime of the solar system, these are eventualities that could come to pass.
But one way or another, our solar system is doomed.
Que dia o sol vai parar de
All
brilhar.
solar systems, the end will come when the star at the center dies. In 5 billion years, our own star will run out of fuel and become a red giant. It'll heat up, swell, and engulf the inner planets. The Earth's surface will be scorched. The seas will evaporate. And land will melt.
The land will melt.
The sun will become about as big as where the Earth's orbit is. So a likely scenario for the end of the world is that we're going to be inside the sun for a while.
The Earth's going to get swallowed right up into the sun, and it's going to be toast. Vapor, literally.
After a while, the red giant will fall apart too, leaving behind a tiny corpse of a star called a white dwarf.
It'll be about the size of the Earth, and it will cool off over many millions or billions of years. That will be the real end of our solar system.
From the Earth, this dead, rocky planet that used to harbor an enormously vibrant civilization, we will look out, and there will be this fairly faint dot, which is our sun, now a white dwarf, a dying, almost dead star.
The remains of the inner planets will continue to orbit the white dwarf. But the giant outer planets will live on, untouched.
They will have warmed up during the red giant phase of the sun, but once the sun is a white dwarf, those giant planets will survive just as well, holding on to their hydrogen and helium, albeit colder than they used to be, because that white dwarf will no longer be warming them up.
Even though this is 5 billion years in the future for our solar system, it may already have happened to many other systems throughout the universe. Our solar system emerged from chaos to eventually support life. We were lucky. We've just the right amount of planets in the right place at the right distance from each other, all orbiting the right type of star. But it could have been a very different story.
There are so many things that are fortunate about our solar system, starting with the sun. The sun is a very stable, easy star, a perfect thing for life to evolve around. That's probably not a coincidence that we're here.
An extraordinary chain of events over billions of years have made our solar system the perfect place for life to evolve.
Antes eu não gostava de sol, até que eu percebi que sem ele a vida não
What
existiria.
we see today is
Vai
not the
começar
way
a
things
mudar
have always
depois.
been, and not the way things will always be. We're not unique, but it is just the way things worked out.
The Earth has to be in the right place. The planets had to be in the right place. The giant planets have to be in the right place to protect us from impacts. All that has to be right in order to get life on Earth.
Ours is the only planetary system we know that supports life. As solar systems go, does that make us extraordinary or perfectly normal? We don't know. But every week, we're discovering new solar systems with new planets. It could be just a matter of time before we discover we're not alone.
Eu acredito totalmente que haja vida em outros planetas.